All right, so my go-to tote basket. It's not really a basket, but we're going to unpack it tonight, and I'm going to hold it up and show you. It's one of those things you can get, with a handle on Amazon. And I love this because I can have everything that I need right here. And I can carry it with me from room to room, or I can run out and grab the one thing I'm needing at that moment. So this is my tote for my cleaning products, and we're going to see if I can put these over here. We're going to unpack it tonight, and just maybe it'll refresh you if you've used it before, or it'll give you some ideas on how to use it. But I absolutely, this is a game changer. And it's one of the things in my life, in my healing. This is my anniversary month, that I will be 13 years old and young living. And so I can't tell you, when I was healing from fibromyalgia and getting well and trying to do all the things, one of the things I discovered was the chemicals were not helping me in my home. So I was thrilled as I gradually started moving into this. And now you may be like me, that when you go back, when you smell it now, any of these synthetic chemicals, you just, oh, you can't handle it. So that's me, really bad. In fact, we walked into a shoe store Sunday. We're getting ready to go on a trip, and we needed new tennis shoes. And we walked into this shoe store, a running shoe store, and I looked at my husband and I said, I can't stay in here. He said, it is gross. And so we drove across town to another one that was nothing like that one. That one was just over the top. So I thought, well, you've lost some business because of it. But when you know, you know. When your smeller knows, it knows. So, yes, chemical, it's terrible. So I think, how did we do that all those years? So I'm going to start tonight and show you how I do everything. And before I forget it, I want to remind you all that the Thieves cleaning kit that they're showing has a $206 value. And it is so pretty the way they box it now. And it comes, box it, and it comes with a laundry soap. It comes with the Thieves cleaner and a beautiful glass spray bottle that's frosted. And it comes with the scrub. And it comes with the lemon, the full 15 ml lemon, and the 15 ml Thieves. And it also comes with, oh gosh, what was the thing at the top? The dish soap. So it is a great starter for $120. But right now, and I can't remember how long, I think it's to the end of the month, it's 15% off for anybody new. So I'm getting ready to get a wedding gift, and that is going to be the gift, because I just feel like it's the gift that keeps on giving if they can learn how bad the chemicals are in their home. But you get 15% off if you're new and you put in the share what else. So just FYI on that. All right, so we're going to get started. Of course, you know about Thieves. And if there's anybody new in here, let me know in the chat, and I'll tell you real quick about Thieves. But Gary Young created Thieves for all the things that we could imagine. And of course, we use this like crazy when we're under the weather. And we love this. It's great to diffuse. It'll even give a fresh smell if you're not under the weather in your home. But this is what started the whole cleaning line. And so we love it. And I always get this wrong, but I know that our Thieves has lemon, eucalyptus, rosemary, cinnamon, and clove. I think I got them all, the 5. And so after Gary studied these diligently, he knew that this is what he needed to put together for our cleaning line. And I'll tell you a little memory of my first time to go to convention was in 2014. And we went out to the farm, my first experience at the farm. Now, this was a long time ago when it was smaller. And I will never forget, I dreaded going to the porta potties. And when I walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, it smells good in here. And I couldn't believe everything was Thieves. And when we came out, they had the whole little line to wash your hands, and it was Thieves soap. And I really fell in love then. I thought this is amazing. So your Thieves will clean everything from your bathroom to your kitchen, to odds and ends, things to your car. I mean, it will clean anything. And the only thing I didn't bring in, oh, I've got it right here. Uh, the Thieves, here it is. The Thieves household cleaner, because I'm unpacking this, it's already done. But the Thieves household cleaner will make about 28 16-ounce spray bottles to clean your home with, okay? So that's also a great thing to remember in helping people that want to sign up, because it's only 120 with 15% off. And this thing's going to last for 28 16-ounce bottles. Okay. So having said that, of course, that's what I love. And let me tell you my first tip, that I love to put this in a spray bottle and spray my plants. I have a bigger garden than I've ever had this year, and it's amazing to watch everything disappear and run away from anything that I don't want on those plants. And when spring first started back in March, my hosta was really blooming, and all of a sudden I noticed it was drooping and something was eating it. So I went out and sprayed it with Thief spray, and the next day it was literally perked up. And it's been growing like crazy since, and nothing's been eating it. So that's your first tip, that I even use it on plants, and it's wonderful. Um, okay, so I'm going to start tonight with dusting, and you won't be able to see this very well, but we made a little. The gal that cleans for me sometimes, she put a little label on here that she would know what it is. But I love this because this is, here is if you want to write this down, here is the recipe for it. But this is 8 ounces of sweet almond oil and 12 drops of orange oil. Now, you've seen your pledge and all of that stuff. How do you dilute for plants? I'll tell you that in just a second. So that pledge, all those things that are dusting, they'll talk about orange oil. Well, you put 12 drops of orange oil and 8 ounces of sweet almond oil and 4 capfuls of the Thieves cleaner. And it makes a great duster. Now, I will give you another tip on this. When you spray it, it's probably best to spray the rag. But if you spray it on the furniture, just know you will have to go over it a couple of times and then probably take a dry towel and wipe that off. And it's a beautiful shine. But if you don't get it rubbed in well, then you kind of can have some standing oil. But otherwise, I mean, just wipe it down. It works great. And it's really a pretty shine. Make sure you shake it before you use it. On the Thieves for my plants, there's a couple of things. So you can also use Digest, which will also give them enzymes. So that one is 30 drops to about 32 ounces of water. So for the Thieves, I just probably put, again, it's just a capful in 16 ounces of water of the Thieves cleaner. And that's what I spray on my plants, and I love it. Okay, so the scrub that stays in here. I love our scrub. I don't know if you've used it, but it's so good. And I love it because it's not going to scratch anything, but yet it has the abrasion that's needed. I have a glass stovetop that makes me crazy sometimes, and this is perfect that I can spray some of the Thieves cleaner, use this to scrub something, and then clean it all up and polish it up. But it is perfect in your shower, your tub, your sinks, your kitchen sink. I mean, anywhere that you need a little abrasion. I love our scrub. Okay, so the dish soap, one of my favorite products. And I'll tell you how I do my dish soap. I know there's some people that kind of go crazy with all the dilutions and all the things, but I just use a little of it. Instead of diluting it and using big pumps of it, I just use a tiny squirt of it. But here's what I do. And it depends on your water. Remember that some of these things depend on your water in your area as to how they're going to respond the way that you make them up. So for me, I love to squeeze the juice of a lemon and put it in my dish soap. Now, the reason I do that is to make it more of a degreaser because the lemon juice will help cut grease. So I love to take the juice of a lemon, a fresh lemon, and then save those halves when you cut it in half to juice it. Save those because they're also great to scrub something with, just the half of the lemon. They're great to scrub your sink out with. I had something on a pan today. Oh, when you have a stainless steel pan and you kind of see a buildup, that's a protein buildup. And you can take a half of a lemon, a real lemon, and scrub that on there, and it breaks that protein up, and then you can clean it, and it'll be like new. But on the Thieves dish soap, I squeeze some fresh lemon, and then I do a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Now, baking soda, so here's the thing, foaming does not really matter. That's not what we get our clean from, but we've been conditioned to think that it has to foam. And we love those suds, that sudsiness. So to make it even more sudsy, if you want to, you can add a couple of teaspoons to this. I do pour out a little of the dish soap and add it all together and then blend it. And I might have a little left over in an empty bottle that I need once I add the lemon juice and the baking soda, but not a lot. But I love to do that. The baking soda and the lemon juice will really help it to cut grease, and it'll foam more, and it's just really good and clean. And I love that. Okay, so what is next? Oh, and by the way, you can keep, this is the old bottle of our dish soap. I keep some diluted for if I need an extra something on a shower or a shower door or something that I just kind of need a little extra oomph with soap. It stays in my tote in case I need a little extra. So but it's diluted down. I don't know how to tell you. It's probably this little bit that's in there is probably half soap, half water. But it comes in handy. Let's see what is next on my list. Okay, so the next thing is window cleaner. This is my window cleaner. And I loved when we had these Thieves glass spray bottles. And this works like a charm. So I pulled up the recipes so I could give it to y'all in case you don't have it. But it's a cap full of household cleaner, 5 drops of citrus fresh, a teaspoon of vinegar, and 3 cups of water. Now, here's the cool thing. We just got our new bundle. If you saw the spring fling, you saw that we got a new bundle. And in that bundle, we got fresh lemon window cleaner. So I haven't opened this one yet because I don't need it yet. But you have to do an ounce of this, I think, to 15 ounces of water, and you're all set. So you can buy this, and it's going to be temporary. It's not going to be all the time. I think they're going to see how it goes. But they're saying right now they're not sure if it will stay in stock. But if you just don't have time and you're not one that wants to mix the household cleaner, the citrus fresh, the vinegar, and the water, then they made this for you. Now, let me say this about that. This is now called fresh lemon, and it was our luscious lemon. I love the smell of luscious lemon. So if you want a stronger smell, which today I tried it to see, I I went in, this one had citrus fresh, but I went in and added some luscious lemon essential oil to it, and it overpowers any vinegar smell. Better than the citrus fresh to me. That's just a tip. So I really liked it in there, and I thought that's going to smell really good to clean your mirrors and your windows. So that's in my tote as well. For those of you that just came on, we're going through my little tote here. Then I'm going to talk about my Thieves bleach. I love my Thieves bleach. Um, I love these bottles too. They mist. But if you've never made your own Thieves bleach, you can kind of see how it kind of gets a cloudiness to it. But do you know that bleach doesn't really do what you think it's doing? There's a lot of things that something may be killed, like like some kind of mold topically, but it doesn't keep it from coming back, kind of thing. So you're always going to be doing that, and you're inhaling all of that, which is not good for you. So I love to make my bleach, and I also did. If you want that recipe, I kind of do mine a little differently, and I'll tell you what in just a second. So, in my Thieves bleach, I do a half a bottle. I do a half a bottle of peroxide. I get a big bottle of peroxide. I go to Costco and get all of that, and I get a half a bottle of peroxide and pour it in a bowl, and about 2 cups of water. And then here's where I'm different. I will do the 10 drops of lemon essential oil. That's what most recipes call for. And I will do that. But when I discovered and read a long time ago that lemongrass will take your fingernail polish off, I thought, I need that in my bleach. So I do 20 drops of lemongrass along with the 10 drops of lemon. And then I do 2 teaspoons of baking soda in this bowl, 2 capfuls of Thieves cleaner, and again, the juice of 1 lemon. So it's really cool because when you see that lemon juice, if you add that baking soda, you will see it fizz and go crazy. And that's what's working like a bleach to clean things really, really good. So again, it's a half a bottle of peroxide, 2 cups of water, 20 drops of lemongrass, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 capfuls of Thieves cleaner, the juice of 1 lemon, and 10 drops of lemon oil. Now, of course, I don't use that all at once. So this you can tell is bubbly and good. But if I ever feel like it kind of needs a little boost, I'll go ahead and add a little bit more peroxide to it. But this does really well. And when you spray it on something like grout that's dirty, you will watch it foam, and it's really cool because it's doing its thing. And then I keep an old brush in this tote so that I can scrub it if I need to or if I want to. So does that make sense? So I love my bleach. And then I have my Thieves also in the same type of bottle because it'll mist really, really nicely. And then here's another tip. I forgot to put it in my notes, but I'm going to show you real quick. Keep your old scrub. That's not a jar, but little cardboard holder. And what I love to do is when it's empty, open it up to the wide mouth. And I fill this with baking soda and my favorite essential oil, that like a beautiful smell essential oil. Like you can put joy, you can put abundance, you can put purification. I have my granddog right now, and she's a large dog. So when she leaves, this with purification, what I do then is I just close it, shake it up, and I've got a really great carpet freshener. So, and then you've got the little holes, and it's perfect. So I do that, and then I'll shake that all over the area and let it stay And sometimes I'll let it stay overnight. I'll put it out at night and then vacuum it the next morning. And it just makes everything smell so fresh. So keep this because you'll have this built in up here that's really convenient for your carpet. And then last thing that I was going to, so before I share this very last thing, so that's my tote. It also has, a little duster in it so we can get any cobwebs, but it works really, really beautifully. It's all in one place. So people that want to say using Thieves is too complicated is just way wrong. Once you mix all this up, it lasts and is pretty doggone easy. So in this one, there's a few more tips. Oh, I was going to show you, I think this is the cutest little soap dispenser. It's on Amazon and it works really well. I love it. It's kind of popular and trending on Amazon right now. But I put the fresh lemon in my kitchen. I love that smell in my kitchen in the soap, the foaming hand soap. But what I was going to tell you is this is my Thieves spray that sits on my kitchen counter all the time so that I can clean my counters off after we eat. And I will tell you one of my favorite smells to go in there, and that is Gary's Light. I don't know if anybody has used Gary's Light in here, but it smells amazing. And the other day, I had made a coleslaw, and I try to get it the best I can. In fact, I don't even put the leftover down the drain because it'll make the house smell like cabbage. But somebody cleaned up and somebody else. And I walked in the next morning and all I could smell was cabbage. I'm amazed at Gary's Light. So I can turn on the disposal, drop a couple of drops of Gary's Light in there, and it is so powerful. And it smells so good to me. So in my Thieves that sits on my counter, I add, and you don't have to add a lot because it's got a bold smell. So I think I added 5 or 6 drops in here. And it just smells so good when I spray around my kitchen. So another tip, I'm going to give you my last one here in a second. But I also wanted to show you, if you did not go to a spring fling, we also have this soap right now, this laundry soap. We have our Thieves laundry soap, and then this one is called Fresh Linen. And we also have a bundle that came with the window cleaner, this and the simplified oil blend of Fresh Linen, which, by the way, smells really good in the little diffuser that's also in that bundle. And then we got, the Fresh Lemon Foaming Hand Soap. Smells really yummy. And it's now in the package. Here it is. It now comes in this package, yellow package. And I really love this. Easy to refill with this little spout. So this is also a bundle that's going on right now from the Spring Fling. So the last thing I'm going to share with you, this isn't in my tote, but it's my laundry enhancer. I love my Thieves laundry soap. I am not one to divide it up into 3, but I will take it and add some of our fruit and veggie wash for the enzymes because it really helps clean our clothes. And then I will also add some more essential oils, and I will add just a little bit of water to it. And I'm trying to think anything else. So all that to say, I don't really do that 3 pump thing that everybody does. I feel like it's super concentrated for a reason. And so I only use a tiny bit in my HE washer. But here's what I love to do. So I have a really large jar here, and it's got lines on it. On the sides here. And what I do is this is where it's really nice to take your old essential oil bottles that are empty. And this is where it's really nice to put them in here for the smell. And what I do is it's just me. These are 3 totally different things. So I will take washing sodas, Arm& Hammer Washing Laundry Booster that is completely clean because the only ingredient is sodium carbonate. So I'll take the sodium carbonate of the laundry booster and then borax, which is sodium. Hello, it's on here. I never can remember the differences. Um, it's sodium borate, so it's a different kind. And then I do baking soda. So what I do is I do three even. I count the lines, and I'll do up to here, say with the laundry booster, up to here with the baking soda, and up to here with the borax. And in between all of that, I'm adding these empty bottles. And then I just put the lid on, shake it up, leave the bottles in there, and it smells so good because it absorbs all the rest of what was in the bottles. Then for each laundry, it depends. It's just me and my husband, but if something has gotten really soiled from a dog or something, I might add two of these, but otherwise I add about a fourth a cup of this, a fourth to a half a cup to our laundry. And it just gives it an extra boost. It can help whiten your whites. And I just love it. It smells good. And I probably have to refill it, and it's not that big a deal to pour from those boxes. I probably have to refill it, I don't know, once every 5 weeks or something. But it's also a great way to get rid of your oil bottles and get those last drops out of it. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. And I wanted to know before we go, I'm going to check here the chats. I wanted to know if anybody has any question. I think I answered about the plants. But does anyone have, first of all, a testimony to share of how you like to use the oils? I'm sorry, Thieves, or how you like to do the cleaning product? Or do you have any questions? Because I know different people do different things with it. And then also some people have never used it. And I will, well, somebody's thinking if they want to, okay, I will do that. Y'all want to be thinking, I will tell you that I just can't express enough how important it is to get the chemicals out of your home. We're just inundated with it, especially since COVID. They now put stuff in the air, in the vents of public places, from churches to libraries to doctor's office to shoe stores, like I was saying. We're inundated with it, and we're breathing that, and it's absorbed into the skin, and it's not good. So I can't express enough, if you're not doing this yet, it would really change your life. I've got people that quit getting migraines once they got all of that out of their place. I've had people, it will mess your hormones up when you have all these chemicals. So it's just a blessing to get all of that out of your home. Okay, so repeat. I think you said the dusting. It's Melissa Pepping is a diamond. She did the books, The Chemical-Free Home, and this is where I got it. It's 8 ounces of sweet almond oil. I don't know if mine's sweet or mean. I just got almond oil. I don't know why it says sweet. 12 drops of orange oil and 4 capsules. I keep saying capsules. 4 capfuls of household cleaner. And you just shake all that up. And like I said, you might want to spray the cloth versus the furniture, or if you spray the furniture, have an extra cloth to wipe it down a second time. So did that help? Did I get it? Sure. Okay, do I have any more questions, or does anybody have a testimony of how they use the cleaning product? If not, I hope I answered any of your thoughts or questions that you may have had before in the past. Um, and if nobody has any questions or testimonies, then I'm going to let you all go and enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. So I hope the tips helped. All right. Thank you guys. And y'all have a good evening. Sure. You're welcome. Y'all have a good one.